The potential is explosive. There's at least $1 trillion worth of buying waiting just to go into Bitcoin alone if the regulator would approve an ETF, which they haven't done yet. And the capital required for this is unlimited. Now, the beautiful strategy here is when we get policy, this is the Loomis bill right here, and there's lots of good news in this thing, when we make Bitcoin an allocation for institutions, which they do not have yet, what I predict will happen, they will put between 50 basis points and 3 basis points or 300 basis points into their portfolios. How much money is that? Trillions of dollars.
Crypto family, welcome back to the channel. Aaron here, coming back at you with another cryptocurrency video today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We have new cryptocurrency videos coming out every single day. And you saw those clips there from Kevin O'Leary. That was actually back in 2021. He was talking about crypto and Bitcoin a lot. And he thought that regulation was the one thing that we needed to send this industry to the next level. Now, check this out. If you guys have been in the crypto space, if you're in the crypto space or the Bitcoin space, I'm sure you've heard BlackRock filed a Bitcoin ETF, and they had a 575-to-1 ratio of getting their ETFs approved through the SEC. So it's looking like this ETF will probably go through. And it's not actually an ETF, it is a trust, but it's very, very similar to an ETF. Don't get caught up in the trust word. A lot of people think that trust is a bad word because of the grayscale trust, but it acts just like an ETF, just kind of like how the gold ETF acts. So they filed for that, and it's probably going to go through over the next 6 months. That's what a lot of people are estimating. Before the end of the year, we could see this ETF go through. And this could be really huge for the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin market. A lot of money could pour in, like you just saw Kevin O'Leary say there. And it's very interesting. A lot of people back here when Bitcoin was trading at around 60,000, 50,000 back here in 2021, when Kevin O'Leary was out talking about, hey, we need regulation in the space, everybody was jumping on Bitcoin. They were jumping on altcoins. They're waiting for that ETF to get approved. They're waiting for the SEC, the Congress, the government of the U.S. to regulate crypto, and it never came. But all that is here now. The SEC looks like they're trying to shut down crypto in the United States. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Congress is going to come out, make some laws for crypto. This is just my personal opinion, which I think is going to be good for the industry going forward. And we're starting to see BlackRock get into Bitcoin now, and they actually, back in 2017, the CEO Larry Fink called Bitcoin an index of money laundering. So we're seeing a huge change in how the government, how the politicians, how the regulators view Bitcoin. And I think this is actually going to be good for crypto going forward too. I think they're going to regulate Bitcoin fairly, and I think after that happens, we're going to see the exchanges get regulated fairly. We're going to see the stable coins get regulated fairly. And we're going to see the crypto securities get regulated fairly. Now, this is my personal opinion. It may not happen like that, but you can definitely say for sure it looks like Bitcoin will be deemed a commodity, and we'll have a Bitcoin ETF here very, very soon. And like Kevin O'Leary was saying, there could be trillions of dollars coming into the market because of this. And yeah, just like I was saying, there's been a slew of ETF proposals that have come out from a number of different companies that have tried to get that Bitcoin ETF. The SEC has rejected a lot of those ETF proposals. They didn't go through, but now we're finally seeing one of the biggest players that doesn't get denied very often from the SEC. The SEC works very closely with BlackRock, so this could be an indicator that, hey, it's coming very soon. And I know a lot of people don't like BlackRock, but just in my personal opinion, this is going to be great for the industry going forward. And also, BlackRock is not the only one who is looking at getting a Bitcoin ETF. Another one of the biggest asset managers in the world, Fidelity, they are rumored to potentially file for a spot Bitcoin ETF over the next couple of weeks because they want to compete with BlackRock. So we could definitely see Fidelity come out and try to get that Bitcoin ETF. And it's just a matter of time now, even miraculously, if the BlackRock ETF does not get passed. In the future, we'll definitely see one get passed because the regulators are saying this stuff is a commodity, guys. They're saying it's just like digital gold, and it's going to happen. It's really just a matter of time. And a lot of money is going to pour into this because of the ETF. And The reason why I keep saying this is if you compare it to gold here, you can see this is comparing the history of gold to the potential of the Bitcoin spot ETF. So you can see right here, when the GLD spot ETF for gold was launched back in 2004, gold went on a massive bull run over the next 8 years, and it went up almost 400%. So that is just massive. Gold's market cap was already huge back here in 2004. Just a massive amount of money poured into the space, and you can see what gold did here. And this is actually over a recession. We had the huge 2008 recession here where the stock market fell about 50%, and gold just kept going up and up and up. So even if we do go into recession, if we get that Bitcoin spot ETF, that could change the game for Bitcoin going forward. We could actually see some of the traditional financial assets like the S&P fall into a recession, and Bitcoin could potentially continue to go higher. So that's something to pay attention to there as well. So guys, I mean, just huge opportunity right now to be getting into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the safest bet in crypto. The regulators are saying it's commodity. We're going to have a Bitcoin spot ETF here over the next year, potentially. And I just think a lot of money is going to come in over the next 5 to 10 years. And we have the halving coming up next year. So there's just a lot of catalysts for Bitcoin. If you've been waiting on the sidelines, I think now is the time to be getting in. Not telling you guys to just go all in and mortgage your house against Bitcoin. But I mean, now if you've been waiting on the sidelines to get into Bitcoin and crypto, right now is the time. Crypto is still more risky than Bitcoin, but if crypto does get good regulation, we could see crypto rise with Bitcoin in the next bull run. So something to consider is, how is the United States government going to regulate it? If they regulate it not very fairly and they want to push crypto out of the US, I don't think it stops crypto in the long run, because I think we'll definitely still have some applications that come out of the crypto industry that do very well. But something to think about is if we do have regulation here in the United States that does not favor crypto, that could hurt cryptocurrencies in the next bull run. So that's something to consider as well. So Bitcoin could really outperform a lot of the altcoins in the next bull run. I know a lot of people are not expecting that, but that is something that could definitely happen. So yeah, guys, just an exciting time to be in the space. I think that Bitcoin is a revolutionary asset. I know a lot of you guys watching this channel believe that Bitcoin is a revolutionary asset. And if you don't hold any Bitcoin and you're just all in altcoins, I really do believe, this is not financial advice, that you should get some BTC. You know, you should get at least 78% of your portfolio in Bitcoin if you are a crypto person. That is just my personal opinion, though. You guys can disagree in the comments if you want to. But I do want to show you guys this clip of Michael Saylor talking about Bitcoin, why it's one of the best assets on the planet. I'm going to play it for you here, guys. If you found any value in today's video, hit that like button. Let's go ahead and check out this clip.
The thing that backs Bitcoin is 400 exahash of digital power. To put that in perspective, that's as much power, energy, as the entire U.S. Navy uses in its fleet, about 12.5 gigawatts. And also, it's a fleet of 5 million Bitcoin ASIC miners spread everywhere in the world that generate so much hash rate that if an AI took over every computer on Earth, all the smartphones, all the computers at Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, all of those computers couldn't dent the Bitcoin network. It's an extremely powerful digital energy network. And because of that, you don't have to put $1 billion in a bank that's run in Lebanon or Argentina or the US or Turkey. You can put the $1 billion onto the Bitcoin network, and the Bitcoin network is nation state resistant. If all of China turned every computer against the Bitcoin network, they couldn't stop it. And so Bitcoin represents a new way to store your assets, and in fact, the most secure computer network in the world.